welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me here today. I have so much to get into that I decided to start a day early. We are 1 week into our no spend. Today is the 8th and we are 1 full week into January, into 2025 and into no spend January, where we are not spending any money frivolously at all. We are only spending necessary dollars. It's a little bit more tracking to do here. I did actually start writing it, but I erased it because I wanted to show you guys exactly how I do that. So, but first things first here, I do want to color in all of these categories with the different colors. This is what I call my legend. And let me show you what I do here. This is my tracking book. I'm going to write down every single flexible dollar that I spend in the entire year. But I'm going to start out by coloring here. I have gas is blue, food is green, and these are just colors I arbitrarily picked, but I like to be able to look at things quickly and be able to see what I'm doing. So when I spend my flexible money, I do spend my gas on a credit card, but my goal for 2025 is to only spend gas on my credit card, unless it's something like Amazon where I cannot buy it in cash. I want to pay for it in cash. This food here I have already paid for, but I need to color it to prove that I've paid for it. And that way I know that it's not outstanding and I don't have to do anything more with it because it's already paid for in cash and now I don't have to worry about it. I do have where I write exactly what it was. Now it was only food, so it's right here. It's just only food. Let me show you my old book. Oh, look, I spent on the pumpkin patch right there. I spent on my hubby's birthday. I spent on Halloween. I suppose that was costumes. I could have written that a little bit more out, but candy, rain jackets. So I can tell what I actually spent my money on. Because I've not only broken down in the different categories, I've actually broken down the different items. Now for this year, I want to keep the receipts. So I've decided to keep this pouch, and let me show you here. When I purchase things, I just put the receipts in here and then I can pull them out later and I can put them in my tracking book. So let me set that aside, and this is just a gas receipt and food. So I started writing this here earlier, but I wanted to show you. So gas 40 went on the credit card. Food 37.75 was paid in cash. So both of these receipts are going to go into my receipt pouch, but only the food's going to get colored because I've already paid for the food. So I'm going to get that out and color that. Now that leaves $80 left in gas. And let me pull this out for you just to show you. I just looked up my credit card. And my credit card bill is currently $80. So, oh my goodness, that feels so good. I only have the $80 in gas. Now, over here, I have a category called gas, where I have pre-funded my entire week of gas. So if I wanted to, I could just pay back that $80 right now. Let's see what I've got. 60, 70, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, and I think I have, what, $10 left? I do. I have $10 left in my gas budget. Stick that back in there. And then I have this envelope back here that is for debt. This is for my credit card debt. It's at 0 right now, so I can put the 80 in here. Mark down that I put 80 in here. And then, you guys, guess what I get to do? I get to color the gas because now it's paid for. So it's like I paid for my gas with cash, but I get to earn the credit card rewards and I don't have to walk into the gas station to pay. So much more convenient, so much better that way. Current credit card bill is at 80. Now I'm not going to pay that off. It's just going to sit there in that debt envelope until the end of the month when I pay my credit card bill off. But what I am going to do is pull out this blue and color. And now everything I have charged so far this entire month, this entire year, is paid for. It feels amazing to have everything paid for. I am a month ahead in my fixed bills, but I want to be at least a week ahead in my flexible bills, and it makes it so much easier to pay your bills in cash and then have it over and done with. There's no residual, there's nothing left to do. Now I'm going to show you here, if you haven't seen this before, this is the cash stuffing wallet. This is what helps me categorize my week ahead. I have grocery category, I have pet supplies, shopping, household, entertainment, restaurants, miscellaneous, and gifts and giving. And actually back here, I throw my tips because I am a gig worker and I get tips. This week I got, what, $7 in tips. So I'm gonna take that and throw that in here. Let me move these pens. I'm done with these. They can go back in there. And this can go in here. Now, one thing that I have not actually decided yet, I think that I am, but I'm not fully convinced. I think I'm just going to throw all of my extra money into this box each month. And I'm going to build this savings binder with just monthly envelopes and see how much I can save each month. Now, I don't think that the envelopes are going to need budget trackers, so I'm just going to pull all these sheets out and save them. And I think I'm just going to stick stickers on the envelopes. And then whatever I can stick in the box for this month or every month, I can just roll over into this envelope and see how much we can save. So I think that's what I'm doing, but I still have some time to decide because it's not the end of the month yet. And I'm just going to keep growing this, keep thinking about that, set this aside. Let's see what I've got here now. I'm just going to count this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, $6 left in groceries. Pets has 2. Shopping has 12. Household 1. Entertainment nothing. Restaurants nothing. Miscellaneous $2. And gifts and giving has 15. So that is the current status of my wallet, which is looking pretty good because I get paid tomorrow. And I'm going to close this up, move this out of the way. And I can already pull up my numbers. I just can't pull up my pay because I'm not actually paid yet. Let me set that aside. So one thing I needed to do though was readjust this a little bit. I put gas at 120 per week. I don't spend 120 every week. Some weeks I can spend up to 120. Most weeks I spend more like 80. So I put a question mark here of changing it to $100 instead of 120. But I forgot to put a category on here. If you look over here, I have maintenance and an emergency. And that's such an important category. So I don't know how I forgot it here. I need to sneak it in here. And I'm going to sneak it in right there in the flexible needs. And I'm going to say maintenance and emergency. All right. I guess that's probably the best idea. We get that funded $20. That way, nothing really changes much. This is still $335. We're just going to erase this and change this into 100 instead of 120. Okay, I think that looks good. Now, I do want to get these numbers actually written down onto this budget. Why do I have this pencil? This pencil belongs in my planner. And let me get out a pen for this. For gas, what did I decide? We need $100 a week, which is no longer $450. I think I'm still going to stick with the big numbers here, but break down for the weekly. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with that. So for gas, I'm going to put the $450. For food is $650, right? We went down to $600, didn't we? And I don't know what I'm doing. I guess I'm writing the wrong numbers, but I don't really use the monthly numbers anyway. Now, maintenance and emergency is not on here. Okay, where am I gonna put maintenance emergency on here? I guess I'm gonna add it down here. All right, now 80. This is getting confusing. Okay, shopping is 40, household 40, miscellaneous 40, restaurants 0, and gifts and giving 40, entertainment 0. All right, I think I've got that correct now. So let me go over that just one more time. I am going to break this down. This is my monthly fixed. I'm gonna make a weekly. All right, so the weekly, I'm not gonna break each one of these numbers down because these just, they auto draw and I don't need to work them out. What I need to do is add $400 per week. Every time I'm paid, I just add 1/4 amount so I can keep building my month ahead, and it seems to work really well. I'm just gonna leave it 400. Gas, I'm going to now do at $100 per week. Food, $150 per week. Pets is getting 15. And then my shopping, 10. Household, 10. Miscellaneous, 10. Restaurants is getting nothing, but they may end up getting something in a rollover or somehow, but I'm on a no spend, so I do not need any restaurant money. I don't even normally use restaurant and entertainment money. One of the things that I have noticed since starting this no spend, I've started watching other people's no spend, and I have noticed that I have a lot more low income than I realize. And I don't actually spend that much money to start with. So it's not like I'm cutting back. I can't afford to spend it in the first place. So it's kind of like a moot point. Sometimes I'm watching these people and they're like, I'm going to cut back on fashion and makeup and spa days and nails. And I'm just kind of like, I don't do any of those things. So I have nowhere to cut. I don't spend anywhere. I don't even eat out at restaurants. We actually really don't even like restaurants. It's not like we feel like we're missing anything. Let's see, gifts and giving. I did give $10 a week. Entertainment, nothing. No, entertainment is also a category I don't fund. It's not like we don't need entertainment, but we don't need to spend money on entertainment. Every once in a while, we will spend money on something, but it is what it is for now. 0. Then the maintenance and emergency, it got 20 a week, so it got 80. It did. All right, that is awesome. Let's see. Projected annual income. All right, and that is $36,000 per year. So I have a projected annual income of $36,000 a year, a weekly paycheck goal of $685. Actual budget worked out $400 for my fixed and $335 for my flexible. Now I can look up those numbers. I'm going to pull that and be right back with you. We'll see what kind of money I made this week. All right, guys. Oh my goodness. I just worked out the numbers and I was right. Let me see. Drum roll, please. Oh my goodness. Okay. $717. Oh, okay. Maybe the projected goal was pushing me to work a little bit more. I know I did work a little bit more, the 41 hours, but I also was just trying to recover from Christmas because I only worked 33 hours last week. But 717 is a great number. Weekly goal busted. That's so awesome. So first things first, let's put 717 and we are going to say minus 400 because $400 is what we need to fully fund our fixed. And we are going to say January. Week number 2. I cannot believe we are already to week 2. 1 full week into January and I feel so good about this no spend. I hope you guys are doing wonderful on your no spend. So let me see here. Total income was $717. And that leaves the remaining balance of $317. Oh, that's such a good number. I haven't seen a number like that in a while. Let's take the $317 for now. And I'm going to pull out my budget and see what we're going to do with that. So first things first, for gas, we're going to do that $100. $100 makes $217. Food, we're going to do $150. And that makes $67. So for the pets, we want 15. We have 52. Okay. Shopping gets 10. Household gets 10. Entertainment, 0. Restaurants, 0. Miscellaneous gets 10. Yep. Giving gets 10. Now I have a total line here, but I don't really need a total, so I'm not going to work that out. I might take that off. I'm going to rework this eventually, but I'm getting close. Got my new budget. Now I just need to work on this a little bit more. Buffer, is that getting a 10 too? Okay. Did I not write buffer on here? Where's buffer? Buffer's not on here either. Okay, so buffer, let me pull this out. Yep, I'm missing it. Oh my goodness, you guys. See, I'm working things out, but eventually I'll make it there. I shouldn't have written that total line on there because now I need a buffer. And how much did I say I was giving to my buffer? I think it was 40. Yep, 40 a month, which is 10. Let me get my white out. Okay, which is 10. And that makes, think, a total of $335. All right. Now I can do 10 in buffer. All right. And then I have 22 left. Is that right? Oh no, you guys, I'm not even sure what I have done. All right, let me start over. I thought I was supposed to have 32 left, but maybe that's because I wasn't counting the buffer. So let me start over and just make sure that I have everything correct. So we're going to start with that 717, and we are going to first take away $400 for the fixed. We'll have 317 remaining. We're going to take away 100 for gas, 150 for groceries. We have $67 left, 15 for pets. I'm going to take away 10 for shopping, 10 for household, 10 for miscellaneous, 10 for gifts and giving, and now I only have $12 remaining. Now, what did I say I was putting into maintenance and emergency? It was $20, wasn't it? How is it only $12 now? Well, okay. I guess because I didn't do math correctly, I'm going to need to add this back up and see. Is this really $335? Okay, let me see here. 100, 150, 15, 20, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. This is really $335. So my remaining was 317 minus 317 equals $18. Pause, stop, wait a minute. I figured out what I was doing wrong. I had 317 remaining. So if I take 335 minus 317, I am underfunded by $18. That's what was going wrong here. Okay, back to the video. So I'm going to start with $717. And I'm going to take away $400. Remaining is $317. Then I'm going to move to gas, $100. $150 for groceries. $15 for pets. $10 for shopping. $10 for household. $10 for miscellaneous. $10 for gifts and giving. And I only have $12 left. So $10 for buffer. And $2 for maintenance and emergency. I'm going to add that up and see if it adds up to $317. Okay. 150, 15, 10, 10, 10, 10, 100, 10, and 2. That adds up to $317. So that is correct. That is as much as I can do. Now that I've added this maintenance and emergency fund here, I need to acknowledge it a little bit better because it's more important than other things like gifts and giving. Next time I can work it out better, but for now, this is fine. We're just going to add only $2 to the maintenance and emergency fund, but everything else got fully funded. I'm going to figure out which bills I want to grab from the bank, and then I'm going to let you guys go. I am going to be back again tomorrow to do some cash stuffing after I make it to the bank though. So let's see here. If I have gas at $100, I'm just going to want, let's see, $80 in 20s, 4 20s, a 10, a 5, and 5 ones. That's a good way to break down $100 for gas. That way I'll have the proper amount of change when I need to break change. For groceries, $150, I can just get 100 and a 50. Pets, 15, a 10, and a 5. Shopping gets a 10. Household gets a 10. Let's see, entertainment, restaurants get nothing. Miscellaneous gets a 10. Gifts and giving gets a 10. Now, gasoline, we already worked out. Buffer gets a 10. And maintenance and emergency gets 2. So once more, we are going to work this out. Make sure that this is $317. If I had one $100 bill, I'd have $100. If I had one $50 bill, I'd have $50. If I had 4 $20 bills, I'd have $80. If I had 7 10s, I'd have $70. 2 5s would be $10, and 7 1s would be $7, for a grand total of $317, which is what I'm going to grab from the bank tomorrow. 1 100, 150, 4 20s, 7 10s, 2 5s, and 7 1s. All right, you guys, that is what I'm doing for today. But I will be back again soon, and I hope you are too. Bye-bye now.